What skills does he need? Behavioral science, UI, UX, fintech, data science. The other day, somebody comes to me from a leading media and communication agency and says, can you give me a student and I will give the job now on if he can be a mood analyst. And I said, a mood analyst? That's it. What kind of skills does he need? Let's look at young Janvi, passionate about rural education, and she wants to reduce dropouts. She's a psychology student. She's a liberal arts student. And she needs now artificial intelligence. She has to develop curriculum. She has to do cloud computing, and she has to do machine learning. Right. These are just 4 examples, but we see them everywhere in all your colleges. But are we recognizing them? Are we seeing how quickly young India is moving? But young India is not just moving in the classes where you are digitally powered, but when I get municipal school children, when they come to my institution year after year, and this year especially, when I had 700 municipal school children of Mumbai, and I asked them, what is it that you would like me to teach you today? Or what would you like, what kind of classes do you want? And everybody put up their hands for robotics, right? So I would say the demand for technology skills is even cutting across all the strata. But in this is very interesting to see that young India today is, as we usually say, supposed to be, they would wear those faded jeans, they would wear, and would they be really as responsible? Let me tell you, Gen Z are more purpose-led today. This is a statistics of 10 countries which says they're more purpose-led. They have, their pursuit in higher education is opting more for substance over style, and Gen Z in India has become more environmentally conscious. Let me tell you, when we do internships, and I have faculty sitting here, and they will vouch for this, the students come and ask me, they've got a great company to work with, and they say, hold on, what is it? We want to see what their ESG ranking is. They don't want to go in for every company that offers them a job. So they are environmentally conscious. So 82% of the students are today telling us this is 5 economies done by A.G. Nielsen across the world, and it says that 82% of our students even today are telling us that you are not providing us the skills that the industry requires. And 84% of the industry is telling us that you are not giving us employable students. And this divide continues, and I think it's time that we looked at how we would bring this divide together. And what I am very happy to say over here is that while the students are demanding this, I'm glad the regulators, I'm glad that the entire government has listened to us for once, and 34 years later, never mind, what is 34 years? At least the change has come. The new education policy, the national education policy. And I definitely feel that that is a ray of hope for us today. And I think I would urge all the educators here that please look at the national education policy, right to the UGC. I've been 5 years on the UGC, and I never knew the UGC would listen to us till now when I see every letter is being answered. Please write to them. Talk to them, tell them what your problems are. We recently had a problem. If I'm starting a design school, if I'm starting a digital technology school, where is the talent going to come from? Let me get experts from industry, and they permitted that. And I think it's time that we speak and understand that the national education policy is today going to bring in that superpower change that we all are expecting, and I'm keeping my fingers crossed. So we can see that Gen Z is asking us for the future of learning to be non-traditional courses, career-based programs, self-education, lifelong learning, tech-driven experiences, social media engagement, mental health services, diversity and inclusion, and emotional intelligence. This is what the young people are demanding. Now, let me just tell you one particular example here. Here is, have a careful look at this board. We are very fortunate that we, during the pandemic, as I told you, it was a perfect storm personally for us too, because we ran the design school and we ran schools of management and film and entrepreneurship and many of these skill-based schools. And the government of India recognized us, and the state government of Maharashtra created us as India's first skill tech university, state-private university. And I'm happy to say that we have a very stellar board here led by Mr. Deepak Parekh, and who has always been very encouraging. And if you look at now some of the other members on this board, you have some of the absolute stalwarts, and you also have Young India here, as you can see, Anand Goenka, Ariman Billa, all of them representing Gen Next. One question we asked them, just one question. The first question that we asked them when we met them for the board, and why did they first of all agree to be on our board? Because we were different. We were actually addressing the needs of Industry 4.0. And so we said, tell us, what is the one thing that you want out of our education system? Just one thing. Difficult, right? Because we are here for years training and learning. And interesting to see the crowd. Impact. Impact, digital literacy, critical thinking, entrepreneurial mindset, empathy. I think all of them as being the strongest skills today that we have to bring in. I'm happy to say that life skills have been introduced in the national education policy. I'm happy to say that the national education policy today has focused on interdisciplinary, multidisciplinary, and transdisciplinary education. We're happy to say not only are students within the classroom, not only are students at workplace, learning at the workplace, but we also have teachers within industry where they are learning at every stage. And I think this particular close combination is very important for India to move ahead.